everybody, here we are with lesson 5 homework. We are on page 151 on the homework helper page. So when we have just a 0 in the ones place, we can think of it as some tens, and it makes it a little bit easier. It simplifies our math for us. So 43 tens is 430. Each one of these is a 10. Each 10 of those 40 tens, each of those 10 tens is 100. So if we have 40 tens, we have 100, 200, 300, 400, and then 3 more, 410, 420, 430. So if you think about it, when we're talking about how many tens we have, we can just put a 0 at the end of that number. 43 tens is 430. And vice versa. If we have 430 and we have 0 in our ones place, we can just think of it as tens. So we're going to be talking a little bit about that and also using our friendly number strategy. So even in first grade, you were looking to make 10 because 10 is an easy number to add. Now we want to think about making 100 because 100 or the next 100 is an easy number to add. So we're going to be looking for the number that's close to the next 100, and then we're going to just borrow that amount from the other addend. So 330 and 180, 80 is pretty close to the next 100, which is 200. So if I take 20 out of here and add those two together, I have 310 left over here. And then I put those numbers back together. 310 plus 200. 300 and 200 is 500. And then the tens because there's nothing to add. All right, so go ahead and turn to page 153. Like I said at the top, we're going to be dealing with those tens. I'm a little blurry, aren't I? There we go, that's better. So here I have 32 tens. So every time I have 10 tens, that's 100 again. So I have 300, and then I have 2 tens left over, which would be 1020. So 320, and again, you're just putting a 0 at the end of this number. So 32 tens is 320. So how much is 52 tens? 520. Now here, we're going to be doing that same thing that we were talking about, making the next 10. So if I take this, I can give one of these over here to 19, and I'll have 10 left. If I give 1 to 19, that gives me 20. 20 and 10 is 30. You could also do this by adding the ones and adding the tens separately. Now here we have the same problem, 19 tens plus 13 tens. Instead of 11, we now have 12, 13, 2 more tens. So 2 more tens would be 32 tens. Let's just double check and make sure that works. If I add 10 and 10, that gives me 20. 9 tens and 3 tens, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is 12 tens. So 20 tens and 12 tens, 32 tens. Great. We're going to do the same thing down here. I can take 2 out of 23, give it to 28. 28 plus 2 would be 30. If I've taken 2 out of 23, I have 21 left. So 30 plus 21 is 51. And again, we're dealing with 10. So this is 280 plus 230 is 510. very similar here, but now we have 28 tens plus 24 tens. That's going to be one more 10 than we had here. So what's the answer going to be over here? Yes, 52. All right, let's get into our problems. They've done the first one basically for us, showed us the steps. 90 is closer to 100 than 80. So we're going to take 10 out of this number and give it to the 90. 90 plus 10 is 100. If I've taken 10 away, I had 8 tens and I took one of them away, I'm going to have 7 tens now. So over here, the other part, right, we've decomposed this into 10 and 170. Now we have to put those two parts together. 100 plus 170, adding the hundreds together, and then the tens and ones. So what I'd like you to do on this problem and the next one, you can do maybe this one with me if you want, but then on the next page, I'd like you to pause, do the problem, and then turn the video back on and check your work. All right, let's look here. We've got 90 and 60. 90 is way closer, and it only needs 10. So I'm going to decompose 460 so that I can take 10 out and give it to 190. If I take 1 10 away from 406 tens, then I'm going to have 405 tens. 190 plus 10 more is going to be 200 plus, now I have to bring that other part back in, 450. I'm going to add my hundreds together, my tens, my ones. 200s plus 400s equals 600s, and then we have the 50. So again, I'm going to turn the page, and I'd like for you to pause. I want you to do a problem and then check your work with me and then do the next problem. So between 40 and 80, 80 is closer. I go from 80, 90, 100, so I'm going to need 2 more tens or 20 from that number. If I take 2 tens away from 4 tens, I have 520. 280 plus 20 is 300. I'm going to bring those numbers down. 520 plus 300, 820. We are just making easier numbers to add together. Just easier numbers to work with. So here we have 80 and 30. 80 is way closer, so I'm going to decompose 430. 80, 90, 100. I need 2 tens or 20. If I take 20 out of 430, I'm going to have 410. I just draw this circle. You don't have to do it. You'll notice they don't do that in the homework helper. I find this helps me focus, and I don't forget what I have to do over here. 380 plus the 20 gives me the next 100. The next 100 up from 380 is 400. Now I just need to add those two numbers together. 400 plus 410. I'm adding my 4 and my 4, which is going to be 810. Check each problem, then pause, do the next one. We've only got 3 more. All right, so this is a much smaller number, but it's still closest to the next 100. I'm going to just take a 1 away from here. 99 and 1 is going to give me 100. And if I take that 1 away, we have a more even number over there too. Now I'm just going to bring them down and add them together. 100 plus 140. That is way easier 240. Almost there, 2 more to go. Which number is closest? Sure, 299. That's only 1 away from 300, so this is the number to decompose. Taking 1 away from it, that'll leave me with 74. I'm going to circle those numbers and add them together. 299 plus 1 is going to take me to the next 100, and I'm going to add those numbers together. Oh, super easy. That 74 is just going to slide into those zeros. Last problem, 95. Very close. What do I need to give to 95 to make it my next 100? 96, 97, 98, 99. That's my next 100. I needed 5 more. So I'm taking 5 out of here. That'll leave me with 151. Circling this. And the next 100 up from 795 is going to be 800. I'm going to add in my other number, 951. Thanks for working hard today. I'll see you again tomorrow.